Hi, I'm Dr. Claire Maguire, and this week I want to talk around self-care. So earlier in the week, over on the Raw Horizons Instagram, we were looking at self-care and different things that you could be doing. And I want to compound that by going a little bit deeper into this very fundamental need that we have to look after ourselves. However, what I've found that when we get into a situation and things start to spin out of control, really due to reasons that actually are out of our control, maybe redundancy or too much pressure at work, relationship breakdown, bereavement, illness of a family member. There could be any number of reasons why we're not feeling like our life is quite our own. It's not the same as it normally is. And when we get into this position, what I have found within myself and with many other people, especially women, and especially women because we often like to please others, we then get into this mindset of trying to cope by looking after perhaps everybody else or trying to deal with the situation, and we somehow let our normal routines and our normal rituals of taking care of who we are disappear. Okay, so I'm not going to say that there's anything particularly wrong with that. It is a very normal reaction. But what I want to do is to sort of say, is this you? Is there something going on in your life? And if you found yourself not really doing your normal practice, and instead you're kind of relying on more detrimental practices, ones that are going to lower your energy. So these would be things more like more drinking, okay? A massive reaction and coping mechanism to things that are going on. Maybe you are listening to negative chatter more in your head and you're listening to this like destructive voice going on. Maybe you're eating like all the kind of stuff that is just going to really deplete all your energy rather than bringing you up. You're like basically in a way of just numbing yourself down because you decided that numbing yourself down is the best way to deal with whatever's going on. Okay, so it's like a coping mechanism. Not the best, and it doesn't really help you to move forward, and we can stay stuck then. And really where I'm coming from is I want our self-care practices to be raising our energy up. Okay, so over this weekend I want you to do an inventory and to actually look at what are my self-care practices. Have I let go of things I know that benefit me, and have I got other habits coming and creeping in that are actually not so good and not so great? So have a real look and a real analysis of yourself and what it is you're doing to take care of your needs. Remember, taking care of yourself and self-care is fundamental. Absolutely fundamental. So how are you taking care of yourself? What are you doing? And then ask yourself, once you've done this inventory, is it enough? Okay, is it enough? And how you will know it is enough is that you can get back to a place of being calm and centered quickly. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have crazy moments and you're not going to get caught up in a maelstrom of emotion, and you're not going to be, you might be bursting out with rage or down in the depths of despair or anywhere in the middle, and you might be, all over the place. But really what I mean is that that's okay because we are human beings and we need to experience all of this. But we can let go. So we can let go of the emotion. We can let go of the fears that we were talking about the other day. We can, get out of overwhelm to become very present quickly. And we get back into this place of being calm and centered. And to me, that is how we know that our self-care practices are enough, because we know how to get back into this place of being centered so we can deal with what is going on in a more beautiful and profound way. So ask yourself, am I taking care of myself? Is it enough? And I know it is enough because I can bring myself back to a place of being calm and centered quickly and easily. Okay? And then from there, we're going to really examine, these practices and go, do these practices actually raise my energy? So not only are you getting back into this calm and centered place, we now want another layer in there, that these practices are actually bringing you up into a higher vibrational place, so to say, rather than this low, kind of, yucky, heavy, low energy state. Because when this like low energy state, we get much more stuck and we don't move forward how we want to. It becomes much harder to sort of see a bright, sparkly and shiny future, so to say. So look whether your rituals and your routines and your practices are raising your energy or lowering your energy. And obviously what you want to be doing is bringing in more practices that raise the energy and removing the ones that are lowering your energy. And then finally, really, 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 be super critical of yourself and actually, ask, what could I put in place that is truly going to nurture and nourish me? All right. And I mean critical, not criticizing yourself, but be critical of the practices that you have in place. Because sometimes we pick up practices that might not be ones that we really want to do, but they work for somebody else. Okay. So look and ask, what will nurture and nourish me on a holistic level? So nurture and nourish me spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, okay? And they are different for different people. And there's a whole list of things. Think about creating, gardening, singing, walking, nature, being with your pets, cooking, organizing, meditation, yoga, exercise, reading, hot baths. The list can go on and on, but you have to make it very unique to yourself so that you benefit, okay? So have fun with this over the weekend, all right? Because really at the end of the day, taking care of yourself is fun, and bring that element in, because the more fun you have around taking care of yourself, the more that you're going to keep on doing it, and the greater and the higher your energy will be, and so you can deal with everything much better. Okay, so take care, have a great weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you next week even. Bye!